Morning, guys. We are going to do our diced tomatoes today. Mr. Jerry went over to the Amish store and got I don't know how many, a box. Half a bushel for about $15 of canning tomatoes. So we're going to do that today and this morning, and it is like 20 to 12, I think, something like that. And we're just going to take you along. So I'll have music playing below and just watch what we're doing. So see you in a bit. We're waiting for the water to boil first, so I'll bring you back. Hey friends, so first we have to blanch them. So I'm cutting an X in the bottom of it, and then Mr. Jerry will dunk them into a pot of boiling water, cover it, and then set the timer for 60 seconds. And then he will take them out, put them in the pan on the island of cold water, and they will start to automatically just peel off. You will see how easy they peel off in just a few minutes. guys, so I'm not going to sit here and do the whole process with you, but right now what we did was we got hot water boiling, and then we dumped. Ooh. They're warm, aren't they, Jerry?
No, they're big tomatoes.
Oh, it slides. Because you're supposed to take the peels off. And so if you get boiling water and you dump your tomatoes in it once it's a rolling boil for like 60 seconds, and then put them in cold water, by the time they come out, they're already way peeled up. And then I have a special little core that I core out the center and the bottom end. And then Mr. Jerry dices them up because he has a particular size he likes, so he'll do that. My electric Presto canner is on the other side of Jerry right there, over here. And it will only hold 7 pints of wide mouth jars. And so we will fill up the jars with the tomatoes. We got to put a tablespoon of lemon juice in the bottom. And then we fill
half a teaspoon of salt.
And a half a teaspoon of salt. And then we fill them up to, I think, a 1/2 inch head space. I'll have to relook that up. Then we put the rings on, and then we put them in the canner, and we press the next step, and it will can. Once it brings it up to a water bath boil, it will beep, and then it's got to do that for 40 minutes, and then it will beep again. And it will cool for 5 minutes. I take the lid off and it cools for 5 minutes, and then we start the process all over again. So this is what our day will be, but I thought I'd bring you along for a little bit of it. So they can sit there and see what it looks like. Makes it so much easier, doesn't it, Jerry?
Yep.
And we have, we really use this a lot. It is an 8-cup, so we use this, but we're going to fill it right up. This is that coring tool. You can use it for strawberries or anything like that. It is kind of sharp, but I think I got it off from Amazon. And then we have our funnel and everything, and then over here is the electric canner, and they are all waiting for us, so nice and warm. So I'm going to let you go while we do finish chopping these up, and I'll bring you back for the next step.
I guess that was the one of the old juices, wasn't it?
Yeah, you could always scoop some out.
So I still don't quite understand the difference, but
Because once you add the water, I'll have to take a nice and you'll have to look things over for a 1/2 inch. Then we'll have to push. It's probably, I'm going to put in there that you got clean hands.
Well, get me a spoon.
This might need a little more water.
Yeah, it might.
And we just gotta wipe the rims off. Oh, I have one right there. No, go ahead. Is that one closest to you, Dan?
Yes.
I did not finger tight down. Hey, my friends, welcome back. So it is now after 4 o'clock. We did not do a third batch. We did 2 batches. The third batch, the tomatoes are still a little orange, not quite red. The second batch, we had a couple of them that was really difficult to cut into. So we decided to wait and see how they are tomorrow. And if they're not good tomorrow, then I'm going to do a canning of potatoes. So, and then Friday afternoon we will do the tomatoes. So, but we're both tired. Simba got us up extra early again, and oh my Lanta, we got up. You know, it's that you sleep hard from 11:30 until 4:45, and then this cat wants to be fed, and I know we don't want to get him into the habit of saying, oh, wake us up every time at 4:45 to get wet food. So we try to hold him off as long as we can, and it was 6 o'clock, and he kept bugging Mr. Jerry more than me. So at 6, Jerry got up, fed both cats, and then when we came back, he came back to bed, and I kept hearing this crinkling sound, and when we have a printer in our bedroom, and Nala likes to lick and eat the plastic on certain things, and apparently that is one of them. So I had to get up and pick those up. And then I kept hearing her over by where we have plugins of the Google and the and my charger, phone charger, and I kept hollering at her for that. And finally we both went back to sleep, and it was like 9:15, and got up, and of course they want to be fed again, but they don't get wet food after they just had it. So I looked down at that cord, and one of the cats had chewed my charging cord right in two, and there were several good bite marks all through it. We assumed it was her because she was always over there playing with it, but it could have been him. So we don't know who did it. So needless to say, I just had to order a new phone charger. I have a portable one that I can plug in out by my recliner until that one comes in, but we're going to have to move it so that they don't see the cord, and then we'll go around checking other cords and stuff. But we haven't noticed it anyplace else, just right there, because it's out in the open. And then they just think that I need to be in the sunroom when they go to sleep, because I was out there this morning trying to finish up before we started the tomatoes, the pillow, and I got the front and back done. I got all 3 sides done, got the 20-inch pillow form. I had one, stuck it in there, and it is too small. I had to order, I got 2 pillows coming 24 inches. Jerry agreed with me, 24 inch. So I'm thinking, oh my goodness, I got her gauge, I got everything I'm supposed to, the measurements and everything. And then she does say on her tutorial that the yarn she uses is a worsted weight, but it's on the thinner side. And of course, Red Heart tends to be a little bit thicker, so they're going to be 24-inch pillows instead of 20. So those will hopefully come in tomorrow along with the charger. So you would have saw all the stuff of us canning the diced tomatoes, and so far everything has canned, and yeah. So in between the 40 minutes, 45 minutes of waiting for it to water can bath, I was able to work on that horse diamond dot painting, and we both had some lunch. Yeah, we're just tired. Tomorrow he has an estate sale to go to. I thought it was the Ada, but it's the one in Hastings. So when he comes back, the potatoes that, if the tomatoes aren't ready, the potatoes that we've already dug up, we will use those. And they will be a nice addition, because you just, you know, pressure can them in some water, cut them up into the sizes you want, and they'll be great to dump into stews or to fry, you know, fried potatoes or whatever, you know. So, and then the rest that we haven't dug up yet will be our fresh eating kind. And I only want to do 1 batch because I'm not for sure if we're going to like it or not. I'm sure we will, but and then we're talking about, I don't know if we'll do it Friday, probably not, maybe Saturday at this time. We want to go up and look at some tennis shoes and try them on to get some. And then we have to stop to the auction house for a clock that we got last week. And I'm going to need more pint jars. Just trying to think, there was something else he said too. But it'd be a full day in whatever it is. So it just depends on what needs to be done with the canning. So, because that consultation is 15 minutes at Battle Creek, and we can hop on the highway to go back to Grand Rapids Friday and do all of that stuff and then pick up the clock on the way back. So we'll just see what we're doing, because whatever we don't get done canning can be done Saturday. So it's what I call easy canning. So, but anyways, I hope you enjoyed watching that. It's just something that we enjoy doing. I am so thankful that I have a hubby who, when I sit there and go, oh, I want to do this, and he goes, sure, whatever. But it was him who wanted the diced tomatoes, because that cookbook we've been using, she uses a lot of diced tomatoes. Now, he never eats diced. He doesn't like tomatoes on anything. But he really enjoys, you know, the canned diced tomatoes on the stuff. He's discovered he does like that. So we will definitely have, right now we have 15 pints. So, and if we don't get the wide mouth kind, we'll get 8 more pints probably. I just won't have to do tomatoes next year, I'm sure. But, oh, it was going up to get apples. That was it. Because everybody's got apples. Apples have came in early. And so, we want to get apples so we can do plain applesauce. And then I do want to dehydrate some, and so they're nice snacking. They're good. They're just good. It's different than the stores, because, you know, the home dehydrator can't do like the stores do, but they're still good. And then other than that, unless we get pears to do pear slices, I think the canner can be put away. I did start yogurt for the week this morning, and so the yogurt right now is just sitting there doing its thing until like 10 o'clock tonight, when it goes in its strainer for overnight. So that jelly roll still sits here. It still sits here. Haven't even done it. I'm kind of tired to do it, but those kitties, I'm telling you, Nala just kept coming out. They both were in the kitty tower in the sunroom. We both were out there. I got up to go use the bathroom and then came out and thought, they're sleeping. There's still timer on the pressure canner, or the water bath canner. Got my window open, if you can hear that beeping. I don't know where it's coming from, some neighbor. And I was sitting there doing that diamond dot, and all of a sudden here comes Nala, and she hollers, and she jumps up. And I'm like, you were sleeping. You don't need to have me out there with you. And I leaned in to give her some pets, and she leaned in and she licked my nose just a little bit. And it's just like, oh. Then she lay down. And so I continued, and then she rolled over. This all happens within a minute. And then she got up, jumped down, and started crying. I don't know who trained here. By the time I walked back out to that sunroom and sat down, and I put my feet up, because my feet weren't up, she came in and laid on the floor. And Jerry is out there, and I put my feet up, and she looked, and she got up, and she jumped right up to the top. So we went back and did the second batch, and both cats got up, and they're crying. It was just like having little kids and toddlers around you. You know? Once they go out, and I mean out, you can just leave, come and go, but it's getting them to that point. So, and that's where they are. They're out there sleeping, but I wanted to come in here and record to close out the vlog, and thank you for all the kind words of my heartfelt message yesterday. Those don't come all the time, and the majority of it is meant for me, so I hope none of you take offense to it. But sometimes I need to hear that. So you can think it, but unless you say it out loud, it doesn't resonate. So, but other than that, I'm going to let you go so I can go back, put my feet up. I did do 3 5-minute walks yesterday, and this morning I stood up and walked around a lot more than 15 minutes, so I'm going to count it. And so for 2 days I did that. And the eating's been going very well, and yeah, but I'm tired. My feet kind of hurt. So thanks again, my friend. Thank you for always being there to listen and to watch and see what we do on our retirement life. We so enjoy it. So till we can meet again, see you soon.